Now, the first thing that I gotta pick a fight with Samsung, and I gotta talk about it, and that is the lack of... Oh, what up, squad? So today, y'all, I gotta give y'all the ins and outs about the Galaxy Watch 4, and after using it now for about a good month. But y'all know the drill by now, man. Before we actually do that, if you don't, go ahead and comment down below right now how many likes is on this video at the time of you guys are watching it. And somewhere in this video, somewhere, if y'all keep watching, I got something special for y'all, so definitely make sure you guys stick around for that. All right, so let me go ahead and start with some of the things that I dislike about this watch, y'all. Now, the first thing that I gotta pick a fight with Samsung, and I gotta talk about it, and that is the lack of support to iOS users, because I understand, right, that most people are not out there like me. You don't have like an iPhone here, and then you have other Android products and different things like that. So I'm cool with using like my Note with it. I'm also cool with using my Galaxy Z Fold 3, my Google Pixel, and other smartphones that I have, but I'm primarily an Apple user by choice, and I feel like it would be dope if I was able to rock my Galaxy Watch 4 with my iPhone as well, because at that point, I'm sorry to say to all my Apple Watch fans out there, the Apple Watch to me would literally be sitting on the shelf just collecting dust, and that's no lie. The next issue that I gotta talk about with y'all that I'm glad that they fixed it or they working on it, and that is the digital dial control on the watch face. Now, if you out there and you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, that is basically when you guys scroll your finger on top of the watch face and you can kind of go into like different settings or different apps on your watch. Now, this is actually a dope feature, don't get me wrong, and I feel like they've done an update with the recent update that they did, and it definitely improved it for sure, but it's still hard to actually get it down when it comes to scrolling without accidentally like skipping over what you really want to actually land on, and then you got to go back and it just becomes a whole thing. Basically, what I do to avoid this, I just go ahead and just swipe my finger back and forth because it's just a whole lot easier to do. Now, it's a cool feature in theory, but I feel like on the Classic 4, it's better to have the physical dial than like a digital one, if that makes sense. Now, another thing that I wish that you could change on this watch, and that is how the apps are displayed in the app view. Now, I've looked everywhere, y'all, in settings, and I'm unable to change it. But on my Apple Watch that you guys can see right here, I changed it to like this list view. It looks so much better, and it just makes it easier, and it just makes more sense to be able to access your apps. Now, I may be nitpicking with this one, and I get that, but I still would prefer the option to be able to put these within a list view versus like this grid layout that we get here on the watch that you can see right here. Now, the last gripe that I have about the Galaxy Watch 4 is that we don't have Google Assistant on the watch just yet. If you guys don't know, the Galaxy Watch 4 and the Watch 4 Classic are now running Wear OS 3, which is Google's platform. I was hyped for it, don't get me wrong. Now, I feel like this move is dope, but I also feel like it fell short by not giving us Google Assistant on this watch. Now, having Google Assistant on this watch, what that means is that it would literally take this watch to completely new heights and for a new level of app access that we would now get through the Google ecosystem for connectivity. Plus, I would rather actually use Google Assistant over Bixby like any day. Like any day. Y'all know the vibes. Now, there's talks about it coming later, but I just feel like this should have been something that we've gotten right out of the gate. But maybe that is the one thing that like Google was like, you know what? We just gonna save this for ourselves. Who knows? All right, so now that we pretty much got all the things that I dislike about this watch out of the way, and to be fair, y'all, it's not really a lot. Let's go ahead and start off with how I feel about this watch overall holding up. Now, I gotta say, the Galaxy Watch 4, y'all, has been holding up really well. And even with this green silicone band that I got here, day one, still holding up good as well. Now, when I first got mine, I ordered a screen protector right out of the gate because I highly recommend you guys check out the ones that I bought from the SamsungNest.com. And if you don't already have one, then I highly recommend you guys get it on your watch. You can get like this cheap 4-pack, and I'll link that down in the description section below if you guys want to grab that. I just feel like it's way better to protect yourself now than you like cracking your screen and then you trying to protect it later. That's just not the wave, y'all. So definitely get that screen protector and check that link out below. Now, one thing I will say that I noticed just from like sitting my watch face down too is after a while, like underneath the watch here where like it gets all of the data and everything like that, I feel like I have a little bit of like wear and tear on scratches and different things like that that I wanted to point out. So if you guys plan on sitting your watches down like on the backside, then I would probably recommend you guys get like this charger stand that I have for my desk and sit it on there instead of like sitting it down. But overall, y'all, nonetheless, the watch is still in top-notch condition. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is over time is how it's actually been feeling on my wrist to wear this thing literally almost every dang on day. So to me, the Galaxy Watch 4, y'all, is very freaking comfortable. Like, no lie, y'all. Most of the time, I forget that I'm even wearing the dang on thing. And even now, I'm using it to like fall asleep in because I really like the data that it gives you within the health app about like my sleeping patterns. Because honestly, y'all, I learned about myself that I'm not getting like that deep level of sleep. It's usually like an hour or two at max out of like a whole complete like 8 hours of sleep that I tend to like to get. So it's cool that the health app can really track all of those patterns. Now, at first, like I told y'all in my previous video, I wasn't really a fan of like sleeping with the watch on because I felt like it was just super uncomfortable. But what I learned is the more and more I actually wear this watch over time, like the more you get used to it actually being on your wrist, and it feels way more natural now. Now, the next thing that I love about this watch, y'all, is the endless amounts of watch faces that you guys can get with this watch that just takes this watch to a whole new level for me. Now, I use an app that I'm pretty sure y'all already know about, and it's called Facer. Now, to me, y'all, Facer is like the GOAT when it comes to like Android watch faces, like no lie. Now I'm working with the video right now on my top watch faces that I rock on a weekly basis. If the video is out by the time you guys are watching this, then it'll be right up here on the card as well as down in the description section below. So definitely make sure y'all check that out right after this video. But with how vibrant this screen looks, y'all, any watch faces that you guys put on there, it's just gonna look so dang good. It's really hard to go wrong with any of the watch faces that you guys choose. But let me know, man, do you guys want a tutorial on like me on how I actually put the watch faces on my Galaxy Watch 4 from the Facer app? Let me know. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with y'all, and I feel like is important, that is the integration of Wear OS software and how it's kind of been. Y'all, let me tell you, it is really freaking good. Honestly, y'all, this move to Wear OS from Tizen was, I think, the best move that Samsung could have made when it actually comes down to their smartwatches. Now, in my opinion, y'all, the Galaxy Watch 4 as well as the Watch 4 Classic are literally the only two options that I would even look at when it comes to like a watch if you guys are Android users, because I like how fluid it is when it comes to moving around on the watch and all of that. And even I'm using it with an older Galaxy Note 9 and it's still running like a freaking champ. And the fact that it's circular and not square is also a bonus, especially me being an Apple Watch wearer as well. Now, real quick, y'all, I want to talk about being able to customize different hidden features on your watch and how much I like it. Like, for example, now, did y'all know that you can save on battery life by just using your two fingers and tapping on the screen, which will turn your screen into a grayscale? Now, if you don't know what I'm actually talking about and you want to know how to actually do this, I got a video that I filmed and I'll leave that down in the description section below. But you can also customize the side buttons as well, which is also something that I like that you don't really get on other watches. To me, it's just the full experience of being able to customize everything to really get the full potential out of your Galaxy Watch 4 that you really don't get on other manufacturer watches. Now, the last thing I want to touch on with y'all is how much I really like the Samsung Health app. Now, to me, y'all, the layout is just way better than the Apple Watch in my opinion. Now, it's just a whole lot easier to be able to see a lot of the information that you want versus feeling like I'm having to go through all of these different menus and all of that just to see like the information that I need. Now, to me, the Samsung Health app, y'all, it just lays out everything that I need, especially if I'm just trying to get my steps in, because I'm still trying to get that 6,000 step count. But you know, we gonna get that. But overall, y'all, the Galaxy Watch 4, y'all, is really dope watch. And like I said earlier, if you guys are in the market for a smartwatch and you guys are an Android user, then to me, y'all, it's a no-brainer and no doubt the watch that you guys should buy. Like seriously, y'all, I wouldn't even look anywhere else. Now, if they can just allow Apple users to use it, then, you know, we'll be in there. Galaxy Watch 4, the floodgates is open cause it's time to explore. I'm knocking down all these doors that you trying to restore. Well, what's that you saying? You want me to show and tell more? Well, okay. The Galaxy Watch 4, the floodgates is open cause it's time to explore. I'm knocking down all these doors that you trying to restore. Well, what's that you're saying? You want me to show and tell more? Well, okay. The watch is amazing to me. Look at it, don't you agree? The head turning 30 degrees. I'm carefree, I'm here, no biggie, giving you all the style and grace. Change the watch face, peep the swag, I walk the slow pace. I walk the slow pace. Battery's good, no cap. Vipers always snakes, cause I ain't here to give you no doubt. The slinging tech wraps on wristwatch, check the whole map. It's smooth like butter, I answer calls from a quick tap. See, now what you saying? I'm speaking out just on beat. This watch is sleek like sleek, I'm gliding in the next week. Two versions here, but one will have to take a back seat. Let's get into this video so I can give the fact sheet. Squad.